All right, let's hit it. Okay, welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, episode 57, our first ever 52nd episode.
Coming to you from Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty Studio here in beautiful Grafton, Wisconsin.
And if you're looking to buy or sell a home or interested in a career in real estate, email Roy at CBHSR, or give him a call at 414-235-0763.
Why are you looking at me?
I got it memorized, finally. It only took 6 months. Got it memorized.
Got it.
And the sponsorship is up. Oh.
And Roy is canceled it, so yeah. Now it's going to take another 6 months if we find anyone else, but they would love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. And today we are coming with, you like Johnny B?
Sure. Johnny B works.
B.
Most people call me.
You are the producer, creator, and host of Bombers Live.
Co-creator. Me and a couple buddies.
And he was kind enough to bring up some swag. I love it when guests bring stuff, so thank you very much.
Well, shirts look good on you guys.
Yeah. And the Bombers are they're the one cup champions. There's 2 cups. They're the
most recent one they did was the end of the year playoff tournament.
The playoff tournament cup.
That was the Coleman Cup.
Coleman Cup champions.
First time ever winning it for the West Bend Bombers.
Yep.
Nice.
They've won the league, but they haven't won the tournament after. There's 2.
Correct.
Yeah. And no teams have ever won both, according to Wikipedia.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So if you win the league,
It's like a
you're
Triple
not
Crown
winning the
situation.
championship. Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of like the NFL. You know, you go 15-1, you get home field, and you don't make the Super Bowl. Happens all the time,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It can happen, yes.
Especially if you run into Eli Manning. So, excellent. Let's do a couple of announcements. We are postponing the Halloween radio event we had planned because everything is just hitting us really fast. We're getting awesome guests coming in. Everybody was out of town, and we're going to need a commitment from a lot of people to do all the voice acting.
Unless you want just Tom and I to do it all.
Yeah. We could do a one-man Molly show, all the voices.
That would be terrible.
It would be so terrible. It might be just like a car wreck to watch. Okay, we could do that one for our Patreons, but we're going to put that on hold. I'm going to write it up. We're going to have Nate and I bounce back and forth. We're going to write something awesome, and then we're going to get some listeners, past guests, people to... If we wanted to get it out next week, so it needs to be written, and we need to find all the guests to come in at a time.
And schedule it,
and schedule it.
Because we want to have everybody in the room together doing it.
Yeah, we're
But
going
we
to
are
have about
gonna do
11 or 12 people in here.
And it's going to be awesome.
On our 4 microphones.
On 4 microphones. So I'm figuring we're getting the new soundboard with 8. And
Oh, that's happening?
maybe.
Okay.
The guy on Craigslist has to get back to me. So I might go get robbed.
Do we ever think that we would actually need that many mics?
No. That's why we bought a 4 mic set. And now we just need more and more mics every week.
It's because you're making me talk.
So yeah. So for our Halloween kind of event, I wanted to talk about how Christmas has just mooched. It just took over Thanksgiving. It barrel rolled them. It blitzkrieg Thanksgiving, and now you find all the Christmas stuff in the stores.
Before Halloween, almost.
Yeah, before Halloween. They've actually...
Toyland is open.
Yeah, they've moved the Halloween costumes out 2 weeks before Halloween and put in Christmas stuff. So...
Well, I like Christmas, but less is more. Like I love the good 30 day, 25 days, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
The
I don't
Advent
need
calendar.
more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Too much is too much.
Too much?
Too early is too much, I guess.
Well, I have some swag for you guys here. Since Mark was out of town and we desperately need mic stands, I decided to get special order candy canes from Seattle.
Excellent.
This box of 6 was $15. So, this is the
Oh
new
my
like
God.
holiday candy cane craze here. We're going to open this
Oh, you
up.
weren't supposed to show anyone what flavor they were.
I see the flavor.
You ruined it.
We can say the flavor. I'll get Oh, geez.
I'm assuming Tom wanted me to do like a double blind taste test of
Yeah,
this.
here, try these.
Yeah. Here's one for you. Give it.
All right.
We'll pass
Excellent.
it to everybody.
These are made in America?
These are made in Seattle, and
Seattle,
the company
Washington.
is Archie
Excellent.
McPhee, and they do a lot of crazy stuff. I brought that up.
I'm
Now,
kind of
are we
afraid
supposed
of
to try these right now?
Yeah, go ahead, give it a whirl. You don't have to eat the whole thing if you want.
I think I'll give
You
it
know,
a
we're
taste.
live on a microphone. Why not just put candy in our mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that'll sound good.
Yeah.
So
Thanks, Tom.
we're gonna give you a blind taste test and tell me if you can tell what flavor it is.
All right, I will do that. If I can get
If
it
we
open.
can
Did you
ever
see what it
open
was?
Yeah.
No, you didn't see what it was.
Is that the trick here? That
Mhm.
you can't get them open?
It's like a condom on my wedding night.
I thought that was a special night and you got the raw dog it. No.
Do the math, sir. Helen was born much later than that.
I'm just smelling it.
Oh, that's bad.
Don't smell it.
What is there a date on these
Oh, man.
manufactured?
Okay. Archie McPhee is.
Oh, actually.
What? You like that smell?
Mm-mm.
I can't get
Don't,
mine open.
No, I
think
don't like
need a
the smell.
chainsaw or
Don't
something
smell
here.
it.
Oh, that'll work. I'll just break it. Nope.
Oh, you broke it. Okay.
Yep, that'll work.
All right. We'll tell the listeners what this is.
It doesn't taste bad. Don't smell it.
Well,
Oh,
you could hold it up to the camera.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of hard not to smell it. All right.
Okay.
I'm going to try
If
this.
the
here.
camera can see that, Molly, can you zoom in on what flavor that
I
is?
feel like I'm such a guinea pig right now.
I don't know.
No.
I zoomed in on it. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay. So,
The smell doesn't match the taste.
No, it tastes much better
Ooh.
than it smells. Don't smell it. But can you tell
it
what
smells
it is?
like cheese feet.
Yeah, kind of. That's what I was thinking, too.
Cheesy feet.
Rich man's cheese.
And these are the new thing, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
The wacky flavors.
Okay.
it's not a typical. Definitely not
Ooh,
a
it
typical
just
candy cane
stinks so
flavor.
bad.
It smells bad.
Does it,
Yeah, that's throwing me off. the
was this
smell.
supposed to be refrigerated?
It's not meat.
All right. When you get a good taste of it, what are you thinking? I can't get past
This is
Yeah.
a hard flavor
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because I've had baby food in this flavor,
I can't get that.
and I thought it tastes awful too.
Okay.
You almost have to just break off a piece and put it in your mouth so you're not smelling it.
The
like,
smell is a strong whiff of cheese feet. But I may have given it away there with the cheese.
You know, I was going to guess some type of a cheese. String cheese or something, perhaps?
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
macaroni and cheese.
You definitely
Like
get the
candy
cheese.
canes.
Yeah.
And I guess noodles don't really have flavor, so.
It's the wrong kind of cheese.
It's the wrong kind of cheese. It is a bad cheese.
Limburger and pasta.
It's different.
Yeah. But I thought this,
They make all sorts of other different flavors, don't they? I saw the mac and cheese
Yeah.
on a news story, and I was like, Tom, we gotta try these. But
you don't
they
have
have
to
lots of
finish
other
that.
flavors.
That could go in the trash if you need. But yeah, they sell the
No, I'll
horse
It's not
save
pepper.
it
bad,
for
though.
later.
It
No, it's
doesn't
not.
taste
It's not
bad.
bad.
It just stinks.
Yeah, we're gonna put that in somebody's heat vent, so it just wafts the cheese feet all in there. So, all right, on the topic of food, I have kind of a story that made me laugh, but it shouldn't have. But I'm crazy. So here is a story that says cops will not charge students with a crime for making and handing out cookies with human ashes.
Were the cookies properly labeled as may contain human?
No. No.
Whose ashes did they?
Their
how can they not
grandparents.
charge-
I assume this was in accordance with Krampus' wishes. I want you to take my ashes, put them in
No.
cookies, and sell them at a bake sale.
It says they won't face criminal charges. It happened in California.
Well, it's
Well, that doesn't surprise
Here's
me.
what the
then.
cops said. They said, we're going to let the parents and the school handle it. Fuck it. We're out. We don't
Well,
care.
I can see how there isn't a specific law for that.
That's what they were saying. It goes under a public nuisance
I'm
violation.
just thinking about all the psychological damage
That's
you could do
what
to
this.
those
Right.
kids
That's
that
for
have
the school
eaten
and the parents. That's not
Timmy's
for
grandma's ashes.
justice.
Yeah.
Does it say why the children did this?
Because they're middle schoolers.
Because they're little pranksters?
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, unless you just really hated your grandparents.
Approximately 9
that's
students
disrespectful
consumed
as
the
well.
cookies.
Unless Grandpa had a good sense of humor.
Nobody got sick.
And Grandpa said, "Hey, bake me into a cookie and feed me to your classmates."
Does it say how much a Grandpa is in each cookie? Are we
That is
talking like a teaspoon?
terrible. That is so.
I know you
bad.
have to sift because there's a lot of chunks and bones and teeth and
That is
everything
true.
in the ashes, so you might need a sifter,
Okay, yeah, like
a flour sifter.
yeah. Mix some sugar in there. That's your frosting.
Yeah, I think you get 3 pumps.
Just picturing the process is
Yes.
a bit disturbing.
It's more than a bit disturbing.
I mean, at the end of the day, our body is just a vessel, right? I mean, my wife and I have discussed what we want to have done with our bodies after we die. We both want to be cremated, and I want to have my ashes spread illegally in a park somewhere, because apparently that's illegal.
There's going to be a big pile. They're going to know.
No, I'll go dump it in a bush.
Dump it in a bush. Well, then the chipmunks are going to be chewing
That's
on your
fun.
bone.
Back to nature.
That's called being buried, not cremated.
Do you know what they do when they bury you?
Yeah.
They put a giant steel box on top of you.
Yeah.
So you sit there alone in this box and just turn into rot. You're not going back to Earth
Sure.
until the
eventually.
box breaks down. It's a steel box.
That's fine.
They do that because they don't want graves to cave in, which apparently is a thing. But
That's a thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
one of
when
I
you're
know a
running to
lady
catch a
who
pass from
manages.
your buddy and you hit the grave.
I know a lady who runs a cemetery, and she was telling me all about this, and I don't like it. I think it's creepy.
What, when the wood rots and it...
No, just to have your body in a
displaces?
metal box in the ground. You're not like in a wooden box. Eventually, you'll go back to Earth, and it's a beautiful thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're in this metal box. You're like in a can.
I like the idea of the one that like the trees.
Oh, yeah, where they put you in like a sack. You're naked in a sack with like fertilizer, and then they have a tree, and they tie the sack around the roots of the tree, and then drop your whole
Yeah,
body
I don't know the
into
whole
ground.
process, but it's
Okay.
Okay.
Most of the carbon in a tree comes from the air, so I think your body's just gonna sit there.
hush.
Interesting ways to go, I guess.
I know.
Yeah. Have you put any thought to your final wishes?
I, too, said that I would like to be cremated and have my ashes spread somewhere. I haven't quite decided where yet.
Yeah, my wife's father died before I met her, and
Here is a
he's
picture.
buried in some.
It looks like Cocoon.
Okay, it's not as scary as I thought.
Yeah.
It's probably really
But
expensive.
like, you have
though.
no attachment to a graveyard. It's just a place.
No.
I'd rather my
Well, and you're
I'd rather-
dead, too,
Yeah,
so.
I'd rather my ashes be somewhere where my family wants to go, like a park or out in nature, so they can go to the park and commune with the birds when they want to talk to Grandpa.
Sure.
My grandma was ashed, burnt,
Mm-hmm.
cremated, and they threw her in the lake up north where she grew up.
There you go.
Yep.
And then it was a drought, and the lake receded by 100 yards. And as they were walking around the lake, they stumbled upon my grandma.
Grandma is forever walking around the lake. It's
No.
a beautiful thing.
No, it's a pile of rocky ashes that was
Well-
sitting there.
You didn't spread it very well.
Well, my Uncle Chris's girlfriend didn't know what it was and was picking through and picked up, like, what is that? And my Uncle Chris is like, my mom.
I would have got
That's
on the
a hunk
boat,
of bone.
full throttle, big figure eight or whatever in the lake, and just start throwing handfuls
As
out
we
as
go.
we go.
Spread them. Yep. Spread them out.
Do you want a big speech about
Someone
Mom
just
I
went to
can
the
do
pier
for
and
you?
went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they went out in the boat and rowed, but it was a big drought. And they're,
For Grandma.
I mean, they sink really hard. It's like heavy. You're not like dust. It's not like in the movies. You're just grainy, sandy bunk.
It's like the
Yeah.
stuff at the bottom of the grill.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what
pretty
I
much.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charcoal. Yeah.
With more bones and teeth
I
and
don't know. We totally
Whatever.
glazed over the original story with the cookies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's... Grandpa's in the cookie.
I'm wondering if the kids knew before they
ate.
ate them. I'm
No,
assuming
they
Oh,
not.
the
couldn't
kids who
have known.
ate them versus the kids who made them.
Yeah. Or did they just go
well,
to school
they
and
have
say,
a
"Here,
quote-
want a cookie?"
from the police officer when they said, "Why aren't you
I want to
charging him?"
know.
And he's like, the evidence is based on interviews and whatnot.
Is it illegal to
And
like
whatnot.
spit in someone's food when you're preparing it? I assume that's illegal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is very similar. You're taking a part of a person's body and you're putting it in the
But
food.
it's all carbon.
So they're saying that they have no
it's like burnt
evidence.
toast.
Hitler's just carbon.
They're saying they have no evidence. There were no cookies left over for them to test for human remains. Like, oof.
It's really hard, excuse me, to test for those remains, it said. Like, it would be very expensive for the fines that they would be giving you. You know,
It's not
they're
the
not
kinda-
going to take 12-year-olds and throw them in prison for 10 years.
And it's not the kind of thing I would think you test for often.
Yeah.
I'm
Cremated
curious to see
remains.
what the school does. I'm sure there's a huge uproar with
Well, the
parents
school and the
and
parents, it's up to them, but no criminal charges.
So, universe, if you buy a cookie from a little kid and they start giggling as soon as you eat it,
Mm-hmm.
stop eating it.
if they're watching you the whole time real closely.
All whispering.
I just
But if Grandpa consented, I'd eat the cookie. Yeah, why not?
no.
It's just
Nope.
ash.
No.
If it's okay with the deceased, it's okay with me.
Nope.
And his loved ones, of course.
Okay. Well,
'Cause-
we're on the subject of 12-year-olds.
Moving
so I
on?
can segue while I got you here.
Ooh, flawless.
Yes. This is in Virginia, I believe. How old or when did you guys stop trick-or-treating?
That's a hard one. Probably
Never.
about 13, 14.
13 or 14?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you were 13 or 14 in Newport, Virginia, you can get a fine or 6 months in jail
What?
for trick-or-treating now.
But you can bake your grandpa into a cookie.
But what if you have a really good costume? Like, if I don't mind if you're 21 and trick-or-treating as long as you have a good costume.
It should be the person who hands out the treats discretion, your own discretion.
Whether
Yes.
or not they want to give them to
Candy.
older kids or not. Right.
Yeah. But wouldn't you prefer older kids not breaking into a house and drinking beer that they stole?
Trick or treat.
Yeah, you know.
Give me that fun size Snicker, or I'm gonna break into your house and steal
replace-
Grandma's ashes.
Yeah, I'm going to sift into your flour jar with some of Grandma's. She just keeps a Batman belt
They're
with
just
Grandpa's sifter on at all times.
trick or treat is ruined now anyway. You can't even go out past like 6 o'clock at
They
night
always
anymore.
have it during the day. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even dark by the time
Well,
that they.
because
What's
all the
fun in
parents
that?
want to go drinking afterwards.
Well, no, it's
I
because
haven't-
they're worried about kids walking around in the dark.
Well, the new thing is the kids or the parents get like the Jello shots now or cans of beer when they go with the kids. So
Heck
my
yeah.
sister lives in a hoity-toity neighborhood, and she's more concerned about what she's handing out to the neighborhood adults than
Oh
she
my
is
goodness.
about the kids' candy.
A couple of years
Right.
ago, we went to a trailer park in Partyville for Halloween, and yeah, they were giving out candy for the kids, and they had little shots for all the adults. So
Nice.
everyone's trailer had a folding table out, or like a ski or something, and it was all just like cheap, like
So that's-
margarita shots and stuff.
See, so these adults are older than 12 and they're still trick or treating.
Right. Better
Well,
treat.
there were
They're
no
just-
costumes. It was just
Yeah.
grown-ups giving other grown-ups booze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're getting treats.
I don't think you should. It's not illegal to go up to someone's doorbell and ring it.
No.
This is true.
So how can you now make it a crime from 6 to 8 on October 31st?
I agree. I would
As
make
long as-
fun of the teenager or the adult regardless, but I'd give them the candy.
As long as they're not doing anything that's harmful. I mean, if they're just knocking on doors, ringing doorbells, trick or treating.
If they got a costume on, I'll give them
Yeah.
a piece of candy. I'm not like that.
A good costume.
Yeah, a good costume. Right,
None of this
right.
dictator stuff.
Right. If they just show up with a bag and say, "Here, I want some candy." Yeah.
Then no.
I'm a ghost.
They gotta dress up though.
Well, what about kids like me who, when I was 11 years
I'll
old,
say, kids, you're like 35.
when I was 11 years old, I had a mustache and I was like this size. I mean, I've had parents trying to card me at soccer games when I was playing on like YMCA soccer teams because I was so big. Am I going to have to bring my ID with me when an 11-year-old Uncle Tom is trick-or-treating? Totally in the
when you
law.
see the squad car, yes.
Yep. Yep.
What kind of ID does a 13-year-old
Yeah. How are they
have
going to
anyway?
check that? Right. Do they
Yeah,
have to carry
okay.
their school ID or
Birth
something?
certificate? What?
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Well, who's so pissed off? Like, this
Right.
had to be a problem that, like,
Someone must complain before the cops will look into it, I imagine.
Well,
All these
and not
hooligans-
only that, but to make actually a law about it. That
Yeah.
had to-
a 6-month
somebody was
jail
beating the
time.
drum pretty hard.
Well, you got some 12-year-old probably out running around egging houses and stuff too, but like,
Well, that's just regular illegal.
right. That's those
When
are the
we get
people
into
you
our
need to-
Halloween facts, we'll talk about the crime that used to be, because it used to be way more trick than treats for Halloween. Like, a huge part of the American budget
Oh, yeah.
went to fixing vandalism
Wow.
on Halloween
Yeah.
night.
Getting cars off of roofs. Yeah.
You can't even scare kids like you used to. I mean,
No,
you'll get in trouble.
no. So, kids, it's not like that in Wisconsin. I don't care if you're whatever age. If you want to go and trick-or-treat,
Well, I think last year we got like 5 trick-or-treaters at our house, and we live right in the middle of a bunch of houses, so we were
Yeah.
super
It's
disappointed.
because everyone does trunk or treat instead now.
oh, that's stupid. Have you heard of that?
What is trunk or treat?
All the, like, families in the school go to, like, the school parking lot.
Or like Pick and Save, I think does.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
And you
Okay.
trick or treat car to car.
They decorate their
Okay.
trunks with like normally a Halloween themed like whatever on the trunks, and then they're just sitting there by their trunks with candy, and the
Lazy
kids go
kids.
from car to car to car collecting candy just in the parking lot, and that's
All right.
That's
That's why
their
kids are
trick-or-treat.
fat.
Well, that's effortless.
They're not
Right.
walking around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That used to be part of the fun of it, walking around
Well,
and
and
seeing people's houses
in the
decorated
dark,
and
walking
other
up to the
kids'
spooky
costumes.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spooky
The
houses
older
at
kids
night.
jumping out of trees and scaring you.
Right.
Walking around a corner,
Good,
not
clean
knowing
fun,
if
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's the American way.
someone's going to jump out at you or...
Yeah, in Cedarburg, in the downtown area, all the businesses on October 31st do trick or treat. So the streets are always packed with kids doing it that way. So I wonder if people aren't even bother doing houses anymore
Don't
in
know.
Cedarburg.
Maybe, yeah.
It's great.
Well, that's got to hurt the grocery store business, right? Because people
Yeah.
without children in trick-or-treat age are not going there, but they normally would be handing out
They'd
candy
be
every day.
stocking up
right?
to hand out, right? Yeah.
And now they're like, why even
Nobody's
bother?
coming. I don't have a kid.
They'll have to
Kids
give out,
getting less candy.
they'll have to just give out pennies.
I hated those
I know
people.
you won't be one
One
of
of
them.
those
Oh my
houses.
gosh.
Uh,
3 pennies on the bottom of my bag. Who
Hey,
did
the
that?
Bombers Live, they got the colors of Halloween, so
Yeah.
Excellent.
got
Yeah.
a little bit of information on that for the bonus episode too. But Mark brought up a story, another Halloween-related story. See, this is a problem. We launched the show last year on Halloween. We had 4 episodes. And we just do so many build-up and ideas. We love Halloween so much around here that we can't get it all done. 'Cause it's only one
It should
day.
be just Halloween all year long.
It's pretty good.
It's a fun holiday.
So here's a show on Netflix. It's pretty cool. It is a new horror series that's making people vomit and pass out because it's so terrifying.
That's scary, huh?
Yeah. Mark, you know the story? You brought it up.
I saw the article. I read a short article about it, and I sent it to
Okay.
you because A, I knew you'd probably watch the show.
Yes, I
and
did.
B, this is a silly thing to talk about on the podcast, so I thought, let's do it.
What is the name of said show?
The Haunting of House Hill, not to be
Of Hill House, isn't it?
wait. The Haunting of Hill House, not to be confused with
House on the Hill.
House on Haunted Hill.
House on Haunted Hill.
Yes. The House on Haunted Hill and The Haunting of Hill House are different.
Are legally distinct.
Yes.
It's a movie that was broken up into 10 episodes, basically, and they're all hour-long episodes.
Yeah.
So you watched a few of them?
Yes, we watched.
So
3
what kind
them.
of are they jump scares? Are they more like Hostel or Saw where it's going to be gore?
There are jump scares, but then there is a lot of tense moments.
Just creepy,
I think
suspenseful.
it is filmed beautifully.
Mhm.
Very, I don't know what type of camera work they did, but my TV I didn't think was that good. But the way we watched it was just so awesome. It's in that old house. It goes, the kids in the house and the dad and the mother are a flashback to them now.
It's filmed kind of like
So
if you've
they're
ever seen
back
This
and
Is Us.
No, did not see this.
I've seen commercials where it's
Okay.
like a lot
This
of
Is Us
flashbacks,
is
like
filmed
high school.
with, they've got now and they've got then, and they kind of build up to their story. That's kind of what this is. So
Yeah,
you're
one
getting
of the kids
flashes
is an
of
author who wrote about this, and then like one kid is a drug addict because he got really scared in this house
There's
by all the ghosts and
3
whatever.
girls and 2 boys.
3 girls and 2 boys, and the youngest ones were the most terrified. The dad did something, and the mother was killed, and
So if it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
If this
It's
was a
on Netflix.
movie, would it be rated R or would it be PG-13? What do you think?
Probably PG-13.
I don't know. There is some graphic lesbian scenes pretty quick.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Well, it's like, yeah, but that's not scary. That's kind of hot.
But- yeah. I was thinking of the horror aspect.
Well, there was nudity too.
Yeah, there was.
Probably are.
Probably.
If it wasn't on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Netflix original they can get away with.
Susan, I told Susan about it because I sent you this article 2 days ago, yesterday.
Yeah.
And now Susan's like, oh, we should watch that. So we'll probably have seen it by the next time we do a show.
I enjoyed it.
We'll
it was
finish it up
interesting.
probably today because we had a long night last night.
But this guy, what was it? Thursday night, he was like, "Oh, I've got a new thing for us to watch. You know, we gotta blah blah."
Mark finally sent me a story. We're fucking.
We
doing
started
it.
watching it at like 10 o'clock, and we were just gonna watch 1 episode. 3 episodes later, and
Yeah.
it's
pulls
late,
you in.
and I have to work the next day, and I had the weirdest dreams because it's kind of creepy.
It is not going to make you puke and pass out.
I don't know.
Okay.
This may be
You think kids are lightweights nowadays?
They gotta be. I don't know if they just can't handle suspense that long. They're not used to it.
Could
It's
be.
suspense.
They
Well, yeah,
never
'cause
saw Jaws.
Everything in
and-
horror movies is, jump scare.
Well, they got some of the dark scenes with you got a flash of something in the corner, and what is it? And
There's a lot of times you're waiting for stuff that doesn't come, which is good because you're almost like hunting, and now you're really unprepared for the Is this another
For when
time
it
that
really
it's not
comes,
going to
yeah.
come?
But it's psychological
Yeah.
too, because you don't know how much of it, if it's in their heads, if it's
And you
know,
slowly learn.
the
They
backstory of
peel back a lot more, and it's getting cooler. It's
Right.
one of those shows that Netflix is great at doing, where the more you watch it, they don't reveal everything. They slowly reveal it to where you just want to watch the next episode. Like, now this, now I got to see what's
Now you got to stay up an extra hour.
right?
Yeah, that's why we went through 3 of them instead of 1.
That's why I'm against binge watching. Spread it out. Enjoy
Well,
it.
they
Yeah.
all just leave you hanging, and you got to know.
It's like
Can't
a
help
fine
it.
wine. You sip it. You don't slam the whole bottle.
you, you learn something new, and then something from that makes
Well,
sense,
that's
and you
kinda
want to
cool.
see. Yeah, so,
So, John, are you a big horror guy?
Certain stuff, yeah, especially around this time of year.
Got any favorite movies or franchises?
Oh, I like all the Halloween ones real good.
You seen the
Those
new
are
one?
Good.
I've heard it's really
no,
good.
I have not. No,
I just
like
watched
the-
Halloween 3, and Michael Myers wasn't in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Halloween was good. Friday the 13th, back when I was a kid.
Those were my...
The originals, still like to go back and watch those.
when they turned the killer into the star of the show.
yeah, pretty much.
Now I
yeah.
want to see Jason hack everybody up. He used to be scary. Now I'm rooting for him. That
Did you like
happened
the Freddy versus Jason movie?
I did not see that one.
Oh, I
No.
loved that.
Was
it
it
was
good?
a lot of fun. It
Yep.
wasn't scary as much as it was just like a kind
yeah,
of movie.
rooting
That's
for your
how
favorite
all
villain.
Yeah.
whichever
Freddy
one was your
Krueger
movies
favorite.
had
Right?
happened after
everywhere.
the first one. It was more of a comedy.
But that's kind of how I like my horror. I'm a big Evil Dead fan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness and all that kind of stuff. By the way, we never finished watching Ash versus Evil Dead.
No, we did not.
The problem is we were binge watching it. That's the problem.
The problem is we were watching it after Summer Sounds, and then when we would go back to it, we'd have to rewatch 2
Yeah.
episodes.
Oh yeah, I missed
'Cause
that part. Let's
we
look
forgot.
at that.
We'd
again.
get drunk in the park, walk home, and then have more beers and watch 5 episodes of a horror TV show.
and then have to
That's
go back
rough.
and rewatch the last 3.
Yep.
What episode are we on?
Yeah, I forgot.
I think, everybody remembers part of the episodes. Our minds need to go together to make one in order to see it. So I recommend it.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Our friend Chris from Paranormal Investigators in Milwaukee recommends it also.
Excellent.
I shared the story with him. And he is the Twisted Dreams Film Festival, the Milwaukee Horror, the only horror film festival in Milwaukee. So if he's recommending it,
It's got to be good.
it's got to be pretty good. So we're going to watch this the rest of the day and catch up on some sleep.
Yes.
So, all right, I think we can get into the interview here. All right, Johnny B, you prefer, right?
Sure.
Johnny B. All right, you are a super fan,
Yes.
producer of Bombers Live.
Yes,
and
sir.
You do it as a podcast?
Yep. We're on Facebook and on YouTube as well. We
Facebook
put the
and
episodes
YouTube?
on there. Yep.
Okay. And it's with you and the Walker brothers, I hear.
Correct.
Let's see.
I don't know. The whole thing kind of started out, the 3 of us we'd followed the league pretty closely to see where our team was in the standings. And they have a website, the Great Lakes Hockey League does, that updates their games kind of as the games come in.
Mhm.
So a lot of times we get together on Sunday morning, we're talking about the results and nothing's posted on the website. And gosh, I wish there was something out there we could look at on Sundays and know who won, who lost,
Yeah, a wrap-up show.
what happened over the weekend, instead of having to wait until Tuesday or Wednesday. And so we'd get together at my house usually, and we'd sit around and have a couple beers, reach out to people we knew on other teams, find out who won, who lost, and go on the word and look at the games that were posted. And we started calling it our round table, our little Sunday morning round table of hockey fans. And word started to get out about it. We'd be different places and, okay, hey, you guys coming over for round table tomorrow? People would overhear it. And, hey, what's this round table? What's this all about? And, oh, you guys should make a show of that. Whatever, I didn't really think nothing of it. And then my wife and Doc's fiance, Jenny, they suggested that, maybe you guys could do something. You could do something Facebook Live, whatever. And kind of started from there. And last year we started making episodes and it took off. A lot of teams around the Great Lakes Hockey League are enjoying it. They like to hear their names on there.
Yeah.
We do it in a lighthearted manner, kind of like your show. We joke around. We got segments where it's Goon of the Week, Civ Central.
How many times has the
Jeff-
local legend Jeff Krieger been Goon of the Week?
Well, you need to get on the ice in order to
Oh!
Is there
in
drama
order to
here?
get penalties.
Oh.
But
He's
but
kind of an old man. I mean,
yeah,
he's
Jeff's
up
getting
there.
out there. He's
Gotta be on the
He's
ice.
hitched.
He gets out there
He
once
is
in a
still
while.
married, so I
Yeah.
owe you $5.
Krieger has his role, though, for sure.
That's
He
a
has his role
bad
to play.
bet because they've been together for how long? I mean,
Double or nothing. I'll talk to you next month. He's still on the team, though, right?
I think he's still going to play again this year, yeah. He
Yeah.
played last year. He
So-
actually scored a goal last year, believe it or not.
Wow.
It doesn't happen too often with JFK.
So
with
they were up
JFK.
7-2, and they pulled their goalie.
It was on the road. They were ahead by a sizable margin, if I remembered right. I think it was in the Eagle River game, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was up there. So, yep. Always got to love it when guys like him score because it doesn't happen too much.
It's like when a lineman gets to score in football.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Very similar. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got his one dance. He's been and then forgets it.
He's been practicing for years.
This will happen. All right, so it's part of the Badger State Hockey League, or yeah, When it was
Formerly the
founded-
Badger State,
State
Hockey League,
'cause It was
correct.
founded in 1937. This has been
Correct.
around a long time.
Wow.
Look
Look at you doing your research.
I'm impressed.
I know. So we were talking about the championships. What is more coveted, the league championship or the tournament? Which one do players want more?
Well, I know for the Bombers, it was definitely the tournament
Because they didn't have
champions
it.
because they won the regular season title like
4 out of 5
years.
years.
4 out of 5 years. So, it was something like, okay, been there, done that. Let's go after that playoff trophy. So that was definitely what they wanted. Because then you don't have to hear, oh yeah, I win the regular season. It's kind of equivalent to the President's Trophy in the NHL, where
Okay.
you've got that President's Trophy that goes to the team with the best record. Same thing in our
But it's
league.
not the Stanley Cup.
No. It's pretty big though.
Yeah.
We're gonna have it on set tomorrow, so if
Oh,
you guys
awesome.
tune in, you'll
Nice.
see it. It's pretty big.
All right, so you created Bombers Live, and you were just a fan. How
Yeah.
involved, or like, how do I word this? I know you're involved with team activities, but how much does the team, are they behind you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they love it. They were
love it?
actually, going out with the team after some of the games. A lot of times they'll go out for a couple drinks afterwards, and
like
talk to 'em.
affiliated with the team,
kind of, sorta. We kind of are.
kind of.
One of the owners,
The
Tim
official,
Holtz,
unofficial. Yeah.
official, unofficial, right?
There you go.
One of the owners, Tim Holtz, him and his wife, they own Pizza Station, and they're also co-owners
I
of
grew
the
up
West
with
Bend Bombers.
Scott and Little Team.
And they're one of our sponsors for Bombers Live this year. So, the whole thing started out with Bombers Live, but we do try to give a biased, somewhat unfair shake to the other teams in the league. We like to give them their moments. We do talk about every game in the league every week. We talk about all the teams, who scored, who their best players are, and we try to make it something where everybody can tune in, find out what's going on with their
Okay,
team.
because you are the
Not
only team
just
in
the
the league
Bombers.
that has a
Yeah,
official, unofficial podcast.
correct. Yeah, yep. Yes, that is correct.
But anybody, like you said, could have started it.
Sure, they could have.
And you don't want, a lot of teams wouldn't want that. Because if you go on to Bombers Live and you're like, a black guy, a one-eyed guy, and a Jew walk into a bar, the Bombers are going to be like, whoa.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. It was all Sammy Davis Jr. What are you guys talking about?
right. Yeah, we try to. We definitely do take our shots at players throughout the league.
Okay.
We crack jokes. Monroe, they folded their team now, but we used to make fun of their beer because all they had was Rhinelander. We're not big Rhinelander fans, so that always played into it whenever we would talk about the Monroe games. Especially if they lost. About how maybe they should have had
It's a
some more
little fun
Rhinelander or
shoving
something.
buddies
Yeah.
rivalry.
The paper makers in Mosinee, you get up around Mosinee area, you have that smell, that distinct smell.
Mm-hmm.
So we play with that
We have
one a little bit
that in
too. So,
Kakuna, in
Kakana. Yeah.
Kakuna, yeah.
but it's all in good fun, and the players, they appreciate it. We haven't had anybody get mad at anything that we've said personally.
Nice.
So that's always good. They always tune in and right, exactly.
Yeah.
Where's that word?
Yeah, knock on wood.
But I think they like it when they see us take shots at their teammates, and they watch it before practice and they all get a laugh out of it. And the next week it might be somebody else. So
Yeah. Sounds like it's all in good fun.
yeah. Definitely, yeah, and they enjoy it. It's hockey. Most of these guys aren't real thin-skinned type of people to begin with, so it makes it easy to do that and get away with it.
What do they call them? Ice fairies?
Yeah, there is a team in the league whose nickname is very similar to that.
Oh boy. I've always I've tried to ask Jeff this question, and he didn't really have a good answer for me. But how come you can just physically assault someone in hockey and it's not a crime? I can't get over that. It's 2 minutes in a box.
It's self-regulating.
You have to sign a waiver.
Okay, that's what everybody keeps telling me. It's a waiver.
Um,
If you're ever going to get into a bar fight, carry waivers in your back pocket.
There's no crying in
Exactly.
hockey.
it's I don't know. It's an interesting question. Really.
It's the
I mean,
last American contact sport.
It kind of is. I mean, none of the other sports are you allowed to. If you got a personal problem with somebody in your team, okay, well, let's drop the gloves and have a fist fight and take care of it right here. You don't see that in any other sports.
It's very manly.
But it's kind of it's just a weird, like an unwritten code about how they go about it. I mean, usually they don't just get mad and just do it. Normally,
It's a build-up, yeah.
it's a build-up, right? It's like somebody's been taking cheap shots and they got something coming, or two guys that know each other and say, hey, I'm looking to scrap tonight. I know Krieger's done this. Hey, I feel like scrapping tonight. You want to throw it on? Maybe in the third period, and they'll actually know that they're going to do it ahead of time. You ready? Yeah, let's do
They
it.
wink at each other.
Yeah, and they'll actually fight, and when they're done, hey, good scrap,
Slap each other's asses as they're going off the
It's
ice.
kind of weird,
Are there ever any serious injuries because of these fights?
There's been some, where guys have been cut open and stuff. There's been blood on the ice a few times, yeah. But, normally it's not anything that a few stitches and a trip to the
Nothing
dentist
career-ending.
can't take care of, yeah.
Okay.
So if there's
Normally the career-ending ones happen just, from what I've seen, just in play. Two guys are going after the puck and they're going into the boards and one guy loses an edge and his leg folds and he hits the boards at that point. That's normally when you see stuff happen. That or, legs colliding, knees colliding, stuff like that. That's normally when the career-ending injuries happen. But guys just fighting, they go to the dentist, get the teeth put back in, a couple stitches, they're good to go.
No big deal.
No big deal, right?
Dentures are less maintenance anyway.
Right.
One of the worst YouTube videos I've seen though was a hockey
the
related
hockey
one.
goalie, yeah.
Yeah, he got his neck sliced open
Yeah,
by
a
a
skate
skate.
caught him. Yeah,
Oh,
that was scary.
was terrible to watch.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was someone there that knew what to
Physical-
do.
Therapist was a personal trainer,
Yeah,
and he knew what happened and where to reach.
that was one of the
Because
worst videos.
I think it was, they said the jugular, but you got to know where to reach above or below in the right directions, where you're going to cut it off and stuff, and literally shoved his hand up the guy's
to
throat.
pinch it off so he wouldn't
Wow.
Pinch it
die.
off.
That's scary.
Damn.
Kept him alive. If it wasn't for that guy was dead in a minute.
Yeah,
So that's why I keep you around.
Yeah.
In case my jugular gets pierced.
you're right. Tom will know how
Is
to
it because
save
I
you.
know how to save you, or we're the same blood type?
Are we the same blood type?
Be positive, right?
I'm B negative.
Well, you could still risk it, man.
You're the optimist, I'm the pessimist.
All right. So the Bombers are really cool because there's nothing like watching a live hockey game. You can't get the feeling.
Yeah.
Live
Definitely.
hockey is awesome. I've
Yes.
been to a number of Bomber games.
People I know who
And it's
are
full
not into
contact.
sports, they see live hockey and they're suddenly into it like a super fan. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's
Bombers
full
games are a
contact.
blast.
Yeah, it's full contact. And I mean, you can go to Admirals or an NHL game, but you're going to be paying a little bit more for the tickets. You can go to a Bombers game, your kids are getting in free every time.
Right.
Kids under 12 are free, adults are $5. They usually got promotions and you're seeing highly skilled guys playing full
Yeah,
contact
amateur
hockey.
hockey. You're seeing,
Yeah, it's you're gonna see a good game.
you're gonna
Yeah,
see a good game.
definitely.
I mean, that beats the hell out of taking your kids to a movie because
It-
concessions are relatively cheap at Bombers game.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
beers are $3, I believe.
Yep.
And you get
It's
hot
cheap
dog.
until your kid gets hooked on hockey, and then you've got to sign them up for hockey
is
and
one
buy
of the
all
most
of the
expensive
equipment.
sports to get a child into.
It is. The equipment's expensive.
And
Most programs,
you
they
grow.
have areas now where you can get into as far as financial assistance, though. So that
Yeah.
makes it good.
That's
you know,
good.
Yeah,
Because I love hockey.
hockey is
It's
cool.
one of the sports that I liked playing, but I'm not good.
So
It's
do
fun.
you play hockey?
I do not know.
Have
I've
you
never
ever?
played. I've
Never?
never. Well, I played pickup hockey when I was a kid.
Okay.
Way back when there used to be a rink back behind Regner Park in West Bend. Used to put the skates on and screw around with my buddies, but never played like on a team or anything.
Oh man, you're a super fan. They should let you out for like one of their practices or something.
They,
Like
oh,
Joey or
God.
something.
What's cool
Don't
about
give them any ideas. I don't want Krieger telling the team he's got funny idea about me putting on the goalie pads for practice.
Then you'd have to drink the Malort too.
I probably would, yeah.
Well, the Bombers do a lot of stuff for kids in between periods.
They do. Yep.
There's a lot of fun stuff. And what's really cool about this hockey league is if you want to get involved, this team will find something for you. You can be. I mean, say you want to get involved with the Packers and say, "Hey, I want to help out." They're going to be like, "Yeah, buddy, stay home. And
We're good.
watch the game."
We're good.
Yeah. Here's the pro shop. That's how you can help out.
Go buy
But with the
something.
Bombers, you can get involved. I know people that have just started selling concessions and been part of the team.
Yeah.
Doing things like that. What are some of the things? What are some of the things that they do and ways to help out with the kids and charities? And they're for the size, they really give back a lot.
Yeah, and it's expensive to run that team. The player fees alone, some of the teams, they pay part of the players' fees. Some of the teams, they make the players pay all of their fee, and I believe it's $1,000 per year per player. So you got 30 guys on a team or whatever, it's $3,000. You're renting ice time at anywhere from $200 to $300 an hour for your practices, for your games, and somehow, amidst all of that, plus having to pay for their bus trips up north when we play the Upper Michigan teams, they got to stay in a hotel. The bus trip up there. But, yeah, they have fundraisers that they do, and, they get by, and they still find a way to give back to the community. They do a lot of promotions to help out the Washington County Youth Hockey Organization, which I think is classy because they're not technically affiliated.
Yeah,
but
like a tri-county, right?
Yeah, they have
Washington
kids from
County.
other counties that play there. Yeah, I know there's a lot of kids that from Ozaki County actually that do play up there.
Okay.
And even though there's a rink, I think right
here in Cedarburg.
Grafton, or
next door
Cedarburg,
in
yeah.
Cedarburg.
Okay.
So yeah, they give back though. They do a lot of stuff where they get the kids out there to intermission playing games, and
Yep.
they had the little girls team, the Little Lynx, I think they're called or something. The little girls hockey team, I think, played a small game at one of the intermissions last year or something.
Do they break out in fights too?
No, I didn't see none of them drop the gloves. It's funny you say that because one of us was joking about it too. Like, I wonder if they're going to drop the gloves, but it was a good time. It was a good
baby
time.
teeth flying everywhere.
A lot of families
How fun
up
that
there.
would be. You could take your daughter. She can go out on the ice and intermission, do something fun. She gets in for free.
Yeah.
You can have a couple beers. You're going to kill, a lot of times gas stations give it away if you buy a case of beer. You get like Bombers tickets around the place. I know that's how we got tickets one time. They run specials through
Nice.
Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah.
You can get into a Bombers game for free if you're looking.
Yeah.
There's ways to do it.
There's promotions, yeah.
There's promotions going on all the time. So, just live hockey, cheap night, and it's awesome entertainment. You can't go wrong doing it. And it's right there. You don't have to pay for parking or anything.
Nope.
You just
free parking. Yep.
free parking. Go
Something
in,
to do
grab
in the
your seat.
wintertime, it gets
There's not a
cold
lot
out.
to do.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for something to do with the family that ain't going to cost you an arm and a leg. It's the place to be, and it's exciting.
No, I'm just how expensive it's gotten to take your family out. You're dropping almost $200 just to go out and have a regular time that we used to have as kids for cheap.
Yeah.
Everything's gotten so expensive, and the Bombers is just great for families. I love going to Bombers games. So we have the local legend who's co-host on here, and he was your first guest on the show.
He was. Yep, he was. He did a great job. Yep. We were excited
Such
to
a
have
media
somebody come
whore.
over. He is. Yep. Yep.
He just wanders on to whatever podcast
You
is
see the
going on.
microphone and the camera, he just sits right down.
Jeff's definitely got the personality for it, though.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, he's a
But
great
yeah,
guy.
he had a good time coming on there.
Okay.
Took the opportunity to take a shot at a couple of his teammates, which we loved, because that's kind of what we're about,
Yeah.
having fun.
Okay. How long do these normally run? I saw that they were about a half hour.
Normally about a half an hour, yeah. We
hour,
try to keep it
yeah.
brief. The wife doesn't like it when I take up our whole Sunday with my hobby, so.
But
I know how that feels.
Yeah.
does the wife like it when you travel with the team? Talk about taking up days, but I know you guys go to like Upper Michigan.
She comes
and
with.
stuff. Oh,
yeah.
she comes with?
She comes with. My wife.
She would not dare let you go alone.
It's funny. She actually works third shift, so a lot of the Friday games she ends up missing. So what she does is she takes off of work and ends up coming to the games a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
She'll use vacation days so she can go to the games. But I turned her into a hardcore fan now.
Nice.
She doesn't miss any games. She's
So
at
what's
all
the
home
furthest away you've been to for a game?
games. Upper Michigan. We've been up to Houghton, Michigan, and then last year the tournament was in Calumet, Michigan. So
Okay.
we went up there for the tournament last year and watched them win the whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it was exciting. Yep, that's the furthest we've been. We went. The tournament was up in Houghton a few years ago. We went up there for that tournament. So, but they play in Calumet too. It's one of the stadiums I have not been in. That one and Eagle River are the only 2 stadiums in the league I haven't seen a game in yet, and we're going to check Eagle River off the list this year.
Okay. So Bombers Live started last year.
Yes, sir.
What did you learn, and what are you going to do different from starting a podcast?
Just a lot of things about the audio quality. We picked up a audio mixer, so hopefully I can get that thing working right. We tried doing something last year. We were going to try and do some episodes live from at the rink up there.
Okay.
And that's when I said, okay, we got to get some headsets because
Yes.
us just sitting there and using the audio off of my video camera was not going to work. Not when you're in a loud environment. So
yeah.
yeah, we picked up some of that stuff. A little bit of different stuff with lighting in the studio this year. Small things. I mean, we're small time.
Yeah, us
Yeah.
too. I mean, we're still working on those
Yeah.
things too.
If you find a good deal on lighting, let us know. We'll score that too.
Yeah.
We started without the soundboard and without, with only 2 mics.
Molly and her phone
no
holding it up to
headsets.
Tom and Alex.
No, we had 2 mics,
Yeah.
no headsets, no soundboard. We just had them plugged into one of Alex's because he's a musician, and he had some equipment.
Yeah.
So you grow.
Yeah.
As you grow,
Right.
you learn. And
Yeah.
the way you can do it, like you said, with those live things is you just got to jump in.
Yeah.
See how it goes and go, okay.
Because no matter what, something's going to go wrong. So,
Oh yeah, we had a
Yeah.
few glitches last year. I think it was our season premiere. We were filming it off of the video camera built in my phone is totally low budget, but so we're filming, and at this time on a Sunday, my supervisor at work decides he's going to send me a text, let me know about work for the next day. So you hear in the background, you hear this boing going
Right.
off in the background,
Yep.
Camera
and we're
starts
trying to
shaking.
film. Oh yeah, looking back now at the time, I'm just sitting there like seething, like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't turn off my notifications, But now I look back and I'm just
Yeah.
cracking up because I'm like, God, what we did then compared to the
It
checklist that we go through each week now to make sure that everything's done, it's a little bit different,
Like, you learn a little bit every time, and we've
do.
had episodes like that too. And Tom looked at me like, "What the hell? I forgot like one little thing," and it's
Yeah,
It's fun to look back and see how far you've come, though.
it
Yeah.
is.
Kind of nice.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it, though. I mean, the guys I do it with, Andy Walker and Chris Walker, I mean, I've known those guys for 20 years. So to be able to share this with them and, my wife and his fiance are real good friends. So it's kind of like a family atmosphere, too, doing it, which makes it more fun, to share that
Yeah.
with people
Something to
like
look
that.
forward
So,
to.
yeah, definitely. We look forward to it. We have a lot of fun with it, and people seem to enjoy it. So as long as that's going on, I'll keep doing it, I guess.
Awesome.
Now, do you just do that? I don't know if I missed this while I was doing my stuff over here, but do you just do the live episodes, or do you also put the audio on for people to?
Normally,
listen
well,
to
when we first started out, we were just doing it live. We were just going Facebook Live. But then I said, okay, if I actually record it, there's more things I can do with it. Because we were
Yeah.
having a problem when I do Facebook Live, then I couldn't upload it to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just a Facebook video.
Yeah.
So I couldn't take that video then and put it on YouTube.
You can, but you got to download it to your computer and then re-upload it to Facebook or
See,
to YouTube.
we need to
and
talk
it's-
after the show, and then you can tell me how to do that.
There we go.
It just
So-
takes time and it's kind
Don't
of
worry,
putsy, but you can do
We're
it.
here all day.
So that's basically why I started filming them. And then this year, I bought a video editing program so I can do stuff like with overlays and transitions and,
Maybe you can
put
teach
stuff,
Molly some things.
put stuff on the screen. It's Filmora. It's the program I bought. It's real simple to use.
Well, we
Now
do.
it's simple. The first day I opened the program, I'm just completely overwhelmed. I'm
What's
looking at
going on?
all of these different
Yeah.
boxes and Dropbox. I'm like, oh my God. I'm
Yeah.
Just to
completely
pull
lost.
back a
But
curtain right now, we hit the video editing market at the right time where a company that was charging $850 for their program decided we're going to spoil the market and give it away for free. So we'll hook you up with that too.
Okay.
Just so you have more
options, yeah.
But yeah, it's so new that when we just went to Guitar Center, they were still selling it.
Oh, really?
For $850. But
And
the
you
guy's
got it for free.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
how new it is.
Excellent.
Yeah, which one is that there, Mal?
What?
Our new software for...
Well, the one we're using now is the Adobe Cloud tools. We've got the Adobe Audition, and I don't remember which the free one was because we
There
went
you
with Adobe.
go. When all you
I
gotta
would
say
have
is,
to look-
I don't remember.
I would have to look it up.
What we're using now. I didn't ask that. So, there is something very unique in hockey that I love. And I'd like to bring this story up because I think it's just a fun story that a lot of people do not know about hockey. Let's talk about, in the NHL, the house goalie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's all right. The house goal. You know about the house goalie?
Bob and Brian were talking about this a
Were
couple
they?
of weeks ago because it came up recently.
I think it was
Last
last
year.
season it came up.
Last
Yeah.
Maybe it was
oh,
the
it was
best of
great.
episode I was listening to, but yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Explain what a house goalie is. This is a.
A house goalie is basically a rule that the NHL put in place to ensure that no matter what, the fans that paid to see this game were going to get to see a completed game. So they made it a rule where these teams have to have somebody in the rink that can play goalie in case of an emergency. Now, this person is not on either team's roster.
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
He's all-time QB.
And
Yes,
the,
he's all-time QB.
really, and the guy that they ended up bringing in, I mean, obviously you've
Well,
looked up the story
I
if you're
looked up the
talking
story.
about
I
it, but
looked
it's
up the
great.
first time it happened too.
It's usually just some random, guy that's got a
Trainer
full-time
or
job,
old coach.
Played in
right, or
high
old
school,
coach or
yeah.
something, yeah.
He gets to sit in the press box and eat.
I was
and
going to say,
wear
he gets to
street
come and
clothes
watch.
Unless,
Sign me up.
Right,
but every once in a great while, you
It
can only
happens.
put so many goalies on the roster. They have
right.
amounts for spots. You can't be like, I got a bunch of glass goalies. I need 5 of them. No, you only get 2. So in the olden days, when it first started, we have the legend.
In the olden days.
In the olden days. Well,
That
we're
is a
talking
great picture.
1928.
Yeah.
This is the legend of Lester Patrick. Travel was a problem. So they needed a guy there. A lot of times you couldn't get to places in time. So this guy, Lester Patrick, he, at the age of 44, was brought into a Stanley Cup final game and held the team and won man of the match. Just off. So they should make a movie about this guy. I'm not giving
Really?
the story any justice, but yeah, 44-year-old guy, just here he is.
Yeah.
He comes in and
In the Stanley Cup Finals, like
Yes.
you said.
yeah, in the Stanley Cup Finals,
Not just
they
a
bring in
preseason
some guy
game.
to play goalie. And he held them to one goal. They got one past them and then ended up winning in overtime. I mean, he played overtime.
Which team was he on? Because if I understand this right,
I think it was the Rangers.
The house goalie is for either team.
Yeah.
The visiting team could use him.
Yeah, there was
Right.
some rules that the visit. Yeah, you're just an all-time guy.
It's whatever team needs you.
Yeah.
Like that. Imagine the NFL just being like, there is an all-time kicker on the sideline. If your kicker
Just
goes
waiting.
down,
Yeah.
we got some soccer player that is going to kick for either team.
Well, you don't have to kick in football. You can throw the ball.
You can do that. Well, what about an all-time quarterback for?
Any
Yeah.
idiot can throw the ball. He just won't throw it very far.
So last year there was this guy. He was an accountant. Hold on, this is not the story. This is probably the story you heard about. He had never played pro, but he was in the Blackhawks win. They brought him in. It was like a 6-2 victory, but he took the ice and held a shutout and got like a man of the match.
Wow.
And went back to being an accountant the next day.
I want to be a house goalie.
Yeah, that was a great
It's like-
story. They had
Yeah.
interviewed him on the ice afterwards, and I mean, it's just this average Joe basically. It
They
was
just
a
pull
great
out
story.
whatever jersey without a name or
So
So
Yeah.
you get
They-
to go to the
no.
games free.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
they put the names of the players on the Stanley Cup, right?
yeah,
Right.
he's
So
on
is
it.
his name on the Stanley
Yeah.
The
Cup
original
now?
guy, right? That's
Yeah.
what I was
Yes,
wondering.
yes, it is. That was in the story.
Nice.
In the
That's
legend.
awesome.
Yeah, he was there. He was the goalie. That's awesome.
Yeah, they gave him like special stuff. The final of 1922.
So do the Bombers have a house goalie?
But they do not. No.
Okay.
There is
No.
no house goalie in this.
I might be
No.
looking at a house goalie.
Oh God, no. no. Not this guy.
I'll wrap you up in bubble wrap. All I gotta do is stand
Come on,
there.
they take you to do that, yeah.
It probably wouldn't be that bad.
They wouldn't let you be a house goalie because what if the other team needed you?
I'll use the excuse that I'm doing the rink announcing, so
Okay.
can't be
You
the
can
host.
multitask.
Yeah, I suppose they mic players up in the NFL and
Yeah.
other sports.
There
I
you
can
are.
just wear
Mike
one
in
I'm
one
out
hand,
there.
glove in the other.
All right, so that's going to be your next movie is going to be the Lester Patrick hockey movie. It'll be right up there with Miracle.
Who would you have play him?
Let's see, who does he look like? He looks like the the shitty cop in Shawshank Redemption. The guy who...
Oh, the guy from Highlander?
Yeah, Kurgan. The guy who played Kurgan in
He
Highlander.
kind of does look like him, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, hold on, we're gonna bring this up back to back.
You're gonna Google the guy from Highlander. Click.
Gotta love Google.
I don't know. It's made me dumber. I don't know anything anymore.
Right?
You see more, but I don't think you remember half of what you see.
You got Google in your pocket. You don't have
Okay,
to...
there's Kurgan, and there's Lester Patrick.
That's close.
Yeah,
It's hard to tell with the black and white
same
photo.
jawline. Yeah.
Yeah, make that picture black and white, Tom.
Jeez, I usually hand that off to a woman, my woman here, to do all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's spot on. There's Lester Patrick. He's got his head sewed.
I think you could pull it off, yeah, definitely.
All right. Mark, do we have any more questions for Johnny B?
Well, we have some leftover Halloween questions. I wasn't here for the ghost interview, so I don't know which ones you had asked.
Because Jeff didn't do them all.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Jeff failed.
But let's it's Halloween. You ever seen a ghost?
Oh boy.
Ooh, that was a fun pause.
That is a yes pause.
He's
I
not
am-
sure if he wants to answer that.
I saw something kind of odd once.
Supernatural. Or paranormal. That's what our
Tom has seen the
investigators said.
Mothman.
Investigators said don't call them ghost hunters, call them paranormal investigators because
Ghost Hunters is a trademarked thing.
Is it?
Well, the guys on TV,
the ghost hunters, yeah.
they are the ghost hunters.
So you can't call
TM.
someone a ghost hunter because they're not.
Unless
No,
they're
they-
affiliated
that's
with that group.
what-
Oh.
No, that's not
dumb.
why. He just said we don't know what it is. We can't say it's a ghost. We can say it's paranormal.
Oh, that is
Paranormal
true.
activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could
So-
be anything.
Could be
Could be-
anything.
I'm not saying aliens. It could be aliens.
So,
You know, lunar eclipses used to be paranormal. They had no freaking clue what it was. It scared the shit out of
It
everybody.
was a dragon eating the sun. What the fuck are you talking about?
There you go. So, but then as science progressed, we found out what it was. So what they're trying to do is progress science to figure out what all this stuff is. They were very scientific that way. So
yeah.
it's paranormal right now.
So back to the meaty question.
Yeah.
Ever see any ghosts?
If you're not
Um,
comfortable sharing it with us,
no.
that's okay.
I'm not really sure what it was, but I was in the Pabst, the old Pabst brewery building in downtown
Been there.
Milwaukee, and I
Ooh.
was way down
Can't that
in
one.
like the bowels of this building, I guess, down in the basement, and the lighting wasn't real good.
Were you working there?
I was working there. And there was a couple of us there, and we all saw the same thing. We saw like a shadow that looked like just a shadow. But I mean, the lighting was good enough, like not quite as light as it is in here, but enough where we could see where we knew it just wasn't something moving in front of light. And we
Okay.
all saw it like just go right through the room. I'm like kind of looking, and the other guy was looking. I'm like, did you just see something that like was weird? Because he like really had a shocked look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of like trying to like, okay, that was whatever. My mind playing tricks on me or something. But he saw it too, and the other guy saw it. So I don't know what it was, but it wasn't normal.
It made all the hairs stand up.
valid-
on your
Yeah, it
arms.
definitely made the hair stand on my end, and
The
I-
paranormal investigators of Milwaukee
kind of freaked me out.
did recently investigate the Pabst Theater.
Did they find anything?
Not the theater.
I don't
Or the Pabst,
The-
not
the-
the theater.
Pabst
the
Farms
old
or
Pabst
whatever.
Brewery.
That's
Pabst
where I
Brewery.
was. Yeah, at the,
The
brewery.
grounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they don't go there unless somebody calls. Did you call them?
No,
Well, then more
no, this
people
is
are
years
seeing.
ago.
I
This
don't
is
know
probably
if they found anything.
this is probably 8 to 10 years ago, maybe.
We could check, but we have to go through their archives.
We did the tour there. It was a pretty cool tour. It's a neat old building, and
Yeah.
they still
Picture
have
of me on
kept a bunch of
Instagram
it.
sitting in Captain. What was his last name?
I don't
Pabst?
know. No.
Captain. No, Captain something.
I've never done the tour, but
Best or-
there used to be a little bar in the Pabst area, and I've drank there, and I've
There
walked
still is.
around. It's still there? Okay. Oh, that was like 10 years ago from my brother's wedding, I think.
It's a really cool tour. It's more of a historical tour than a brewery tour because it's not, actually a brewery anymore.
I never went back down that basement by myself, though.
I
I'd
wouldn't
go down
either.
there if I had somebody with me, but I don't know. Kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Excellent. All right, we got any more questions there, Mark? Or should- Do.
Does a ghost fart?
Well,
Thank you, Fatty Nutmeg.
How would you know if it was the ghost? It might be somebody trying to blame a ghost.
I blame ghosts on farting all the time.
Well, there are a lot of...
There was that mysterious fart last night where you guys were having your cigarettes outside.
Yeah.
That might have been, could have been a ghost.
A lot of times people report smelling cigar smoke or perfume. So I guess if a ghost wanted to give off a scent...
Ghosts wanted to be aromatic.
Then it might...
It
I
could
guess a
smell
ghost
like a
could
fart?
fart if it chose to. Right?
That makes sense. I mean,
Certainly.
I can't say no.
I can't say no. Mark, you're...
Can they just pick a scent to exude?
Sure. I believe you get one when you're a ghost. You get
I don't know.
They get one scent.
They get one
They get to
scent.
choose one, and that's the only scent
you get
they
a
can
card.
I'm going to go with foot cheese.
Oh, I'm going to smell that again.
Don't.
Oh, it smells like a ghost fart. All right, so, Johnny B, when can we see the Bombers here?
Bombers are starting up, and oh gosh, so, our first home game just got canceled. I had it all memorized.
Oh, what happened?
Monroe dropped out of the league,
Oh.
unfortunately. So they're not going to have a team this
How many
year.
teams are in the league?
There was 10, now there's 9.
9?
Yeah.
You think they're going to try to find the 10th team again?
They might.
That's such a round number.
Well,
Right.
yeah, even numbers better for tournaments.
Yeah, it just sucks that Monroe folded because they just folded like within the last couple weeks, and most of the teams around the league have their schedules printed, their ice
So-
reserved, and
So everyone has an extra buy now.
yeah. I believe their first game is the following weekend. I want to say it's like the 12th or the 11th, I think.
Okay, it says, there's an exhibition coming up.
Yep, that's it right there, I think. What's the
October
date?
7th.
Oh, no, that's up in Fond du Lac.
October
that's for the
7th is
Keevan
in the
Cup,
past.
yeah.
Okay, let's move to November here. Another exhibition.
There we go. November 2nd.
That says,
Marquette game, I believe.
the Marquette game is when the Bombers are at home.
Yep, that's our first home game.
First home game is
Saturday, November 10th. Yeah, okay.
8 p.m. That's an awesome night.
I knew it was the 4th, and I had that in my head now. Like, that was their home game, and now we just found out Monroe folded, so.
Oh.
But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's been a long off season for a hockey fan.
Yeah, how long do they go?
They go until March is their season. And then the end of March will be the tournament, which is in Mosinee, Wisconsin this year.
Okay.
So that'll be a 3-day long event again.
Awesome.
We'll definitely be there for that.
So no rest. You just bam, bam, bam.
Pretty much. They always have off the weekend of deer hunting, which
Yeah.
is also Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Wisconsin.
Makes sense.
You know,
Yeah.
everybody has off for deer hunting no matter what you're doing. So they always have that weekend off. But yeah, it's pretty much every weekend. There's a couple weekends here and there where they don't have games, but usually they're either at home or on the road.
Cool. All right.
Excellent. Well, Johnny B, thank you for coming.
Where do we find
good
you?
time.
Yeah, where do we find you?
the Bombers Live?
Bombers Live, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube. Our first episode will be coming out tomorrow, late afternoon, I'm hoping, by the time
Just
I get
look
the
up
editing
Bombers
done.
Live.
Just look up Bombers Live on Facebook. We're covering the whole Great Lakes Hockey League. Most importantly, the Bombers, because that's our favorite team. But we do cover the whole league, so if you're from up north and you're an Eagle River fan, tune in. We'll be telling you what happened in Eagle River games.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very much. And
Got
Mark,
it.
where can they find us? Oh, Mark's got some reads.
We are Off the Rails with Tom and Mark, and if you want to find us, our key phrase is Off the Rails TM. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, Instagram, our website. It's all offtherailstm.com, or at Off the Rails TM, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
You want to be on the show? Maybe you know someone who you think would be a fun guest, or maybe you just want to chat with us. Our email address is offtherailstm@gmail.com. We do the Ask Tom Anything segments. If you have any fun questions you want us to ask on the show, send those questions into asktomanything414@gmail.com. This podcast is available on YouTube, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, a whole bunch of places, all your favorite podcast hosting sites. See our website for more details.
All right, Johnny B, pay attention and take notes at this part. You can go to our webpage, and if you shop on Amazon, you can click on our link, purchase like normal, and we get a kickback. May want to learn. Put that on
At
your
no
website.
extra cost to you, the consumer.
At no extra cost. You just go to our webpage, you click on Amazon, you shop like normal, we get a kickback. Or you can check out our Patreon page. We keep special footage there. You can donate, and we have a little bit of merchandise for you. What do we got there, Mark?
We got some
now?
bumper stickers.
We got special footage.
Nice.
We got because we did a lot of footage before the show last night. That's kind of fun. Taboo stuff we can post.
Yes. We
Um,
got that.
I know you're talking to a guy about shirts.
Yes.
I don't know.
Still
I don't know how
talking.
far off in the horizon that is.
It's coming.
Okay.
I got about. Mark
Johnny's got
enthusiasm.
shirts.
after the Halloween episode, right?
After the Halloween episode, next Halloween we'll have it.
Very cool.
I think I have to get on it now because now we owe people shirts with our
Yep.
$20 promise.
Someone give us $20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit!
Come on. Yeah. So
Tell your mom. Thank you.
very good. All right. So there's other ways you can just like it, share us on Facebook, share Bombers Live. The more listeners we get, the better for everybody.
Yeah,
So
spreading the word is a free,
spreading the
easy
word.
free
It's
thing
free.
you can do.
Yep.
Help the
it's a
show.
free tip. So thank you very much, Johnny B. Bombers Live. We will be
guys.
there this season.
Excellent.
And remember, universe, we're not good enough for you.